Okay, stand by. Stand by. Okay, welcome back to the channel, everyone. You got it, the Sane Society Channel. This is your host, the 10 o'clock scholar, and we show you how to do your own research and make yourself the professional. Trust no one outside of yourself. That don't mean you can't research others, but you make the final decision. And I promise you, you will not regret it. We're going to talk about maintaining this sane society. So the sane society depends on your sanity, keeping your sanity, not doing things that are not sane. So I'm going to do some things right now. I'm going to share with you what I do, and you make your own decision. I'm not giving you any advice in any form whatsoever. This is just entertaining you and for my educational purposes. You know, I have some problem with medical people. That's my personal problems. I don't trust them. I think they're always experimenting with me, and I will not go with them unless I have to. Yeah, nobody's going to force me to do anything I don't want to do. And I want to remind you, this comes from my knowledge of history. You have to study your history. They don't teach you in school. I'm talking to the tribes now, around the world, wherever you are. If you're indigenous people, I'm talking to you. The non-indigenous people are the first one to come to this channel and try to cause confusion or havoc because they do not want you to get this information. They're part of the problem. That's why they come here and try to create a disturbance. You know, we chased them out of the Holy Land because of them causing disturbances thousands of years ago. They haven't learned their lesson yet. Still causing disturbances everywhere they go. So let's get to it. The Red Summer is called the Red Summer 1919. Yes, study that year. That was a reset. Every century there's a reset. What is a reset? A reset is when you got to get rid of a lot of people. And you start with the most undesirable people, which are the indigenous people, because there's a reminder that you are not real. There's something that prick you because you know they know who you are. And you feel they're going to retaliate. So you always want to get rid of their most feared enemy. Yes, you fear us indigenous because you feel we're going to do to you what you've done to us. And we're not like that. The Red Summer was a reset in the indigenous communities in America and probably around the world. I'm going to focus on America. That's when our communities were destroyed. People heard of Tulsa, Black Wall Street. No, there's more than that. It's over close to 50 cities that was destroyed, massacred, some bombed. They just told you about Tulsa and Black. They just told you about Tulsa and Rosewood, whatever. Every major city, our community was destroyed. Why? Because we were the most prosperous and they envied us. Yeah, envied our success because they couldn't do what we did. Bumpy Johnson was a notable figure. He learned how to keep our money in our community. We call it the policy. That's where the policy comes from. They made it illegal. Why? Because their community couldn't profit from it. They made what we did illegal because their community could not profit from it. Fast forward 80 years later, they legalize it and call it the lottery. And it's something they profit from. So you see how he switch things on us? Take our ideas, use them against us to benefit himself. You know what I'm talking about. Jeff's gang. You know Jeff. There's a comic strip on him way back in the day. He's a whole movement of people. I just call him Jeff. I think you know who we're speaking of. That was 100 years ago, 1920s, 1919. Go do your research. I'm not lying to you. They destroyed our communities. And this is not the first time I've told y'all this. Are you going to do the research or not? That's going to be a basis for you to understand what's going on today. It hasn't changed. Who's going to be affected most by any societal problems? Indigenous people. Yeah. We're the most disfranchised, the most who struggling. So yeah, we'd be affected if you buy into the system, meaning you are a slave, you are dependent, you call yourself black, Negro, and colored, meaning you don't know who you are. Yes, you will be sorely affected by your own lack of due diligence. During that period also, they destroyed our farms. They took our land because they know land is a substance of life. They took it and gave it to the foreigners. Just that simple. And you wonder why they put our people on SNAP programs, food stamp programs. We was the only people producing food 100 years ago. Had thousands, millions of acres of farmland. They took it, they stole it, and put us on government assistance. So, history has not changed. History cannot change. So if you don't know what happened, you're going to be a victim just the same. Get you some land, get you some soil, grow you some food for your family. The stores will be closing up in a few days. The stores will be closing up in a few days. I can't say it any plainer than that. We're talking about a sane society, y'all. You say, oh, I don't believe. You see these people get arrested and the police is just going inside their head and they say, I don't believe you did this. I don't believe it. Expect it. Make yourself in a position where you do not encounter that type of mistreatment. We talking about Sane Society, y'all. You know, when Eric Fromm wrote this book about 80 years ago, I think he was talking to us. I think he was a half-melanated man himself from Germany, a renowned psychologist. He was talking to us how to be a sane society. Anybody here? Greetings, everyone. Yes, good. Thanks for your assistance, those who are supportive in words and actions, and those who are not. I like the balance. You know, I know the law of that work of law of correspondence, the law of polarity, all these natural laws work for us. So don't think anyone is your enemy. They're helping you in some way. Don't look at everyone, oh man, look at this man doing this to me. No. He's showing you how to be free. Even the enemy is showing you how to be free. How to get away from them in some way, shape, or form, so you're not depending on them. Even as a youth, I was so smart, I could never keep a job, because now I know why, because that was slavery. But what did that do? It taught me how to start being an entrepreneur, how to have my own businesses, how to do my own thinking and nobody think for me. Tell me what time to get up, what time to go to work, what to do. How long y'all gonna go through with that? You gonna put your children through that? I know you hate it, and you said you thought you had no choices, but you always have a choice. But do you want that for your children? Why would you bring children in the world to put them through that? That's monstrous. To bring children into the world and put them through slavery. Yes, so what? They took all our communities. They destroyed us as a people. They destroyed the land. They experimented with us in the hospital, holding us hostage there, experimenting with us when we come for treatment, not giving us treatment, giving us things to harm us. Not just for a few weeks, few years, for generations. They call it experimentation. And you're clueless because you think everybody's your friend, everybody wants to help you. Everybody has a heart like you. No, no, no. We're talking about a sane society. This is how sane people think and do and move. Okay? Well, I think I've said what needs to be said, and I will continue saying it because this is what I'm here to do. To educate you. But the best educator is yourself. It's all around you. You know, this internet is a university. YouTube University. So you use it as a tool of inspiration and sanity. Don't use it as a tool of entertainment, lewdness. Don't use it for that. That's what they want you to use for. You know who they is, Jeff's people, because they do it, they want you to do it. Use it for progressing